How the hell has now Dave been dragged into this Fredo drama? Let's just cover everything to do with Fredo over last year so you guys have a full understanding of everything in one video. The Fredo situation is completely getting out of hand. We've got a page recently exposing DMs where he was allegedly talking bad about fellow friend and rapper Dave. But where do things all start? I think this is going to go down in history as one of the craziest stories in rap in general. Probably even outside of the UK, this will be covered. So let's get into it. 5 months ago when I made a video why Fredo is in trouble, I never thought it would lead to all of these recent events. So he was in trouble because his friends were all caught up in a legal situation of a conspiracy to try and take out rival rapper Digga D, and they was pending trial to go to court. They ended up going to court and getting 17 years. Now Fredo has never been in the country to be charged along with his friends, but has been listed in the case. Now I covered this with Total Crime, an interview that I've done. There's been a lot more interviews on the channel. You guys need to watch this to understand that he actually goes to court. By a credible journalist, his admission, Fredo is a man on the run. And obviously in this recent song, he says he ain't addressing the rumors of being on the run. But you need to understand this before we get into the rest of the story. When we broke down this case, it was crazy. They'd put cameras and surveillance all over the area that Fredo and his gang had hanged around, and also hacked into the Snapchat data as well, which revealed them planning to get firearms and allegedly targeting a rival rapper. So with the Snapchat side of things, was this something that was traced, or was it just under the fact that they arrested someone that had it in their phone? How did they get to the Snapchat?
I think somebody, I'm not going to name him, but I will probably name him in my Substack, but the individual who was arrested, and they found the Snapchat group on his phone, might not be the most popular person in the HRB following it, because who knows what happened. He could have, if he'd had time, deleted that or whatever. But yeah, he was basically caught red-handed with it, and they got into it then, and got a massive sort of treasure chest of evidence from that Snapchat group.
With the freezing the asset situation, people were saying that's why he made a song on a random channel, that tribute to Billy that was set up by Drum Boys.
I know it hurts to remember that painful day, the 21st of December. Nah, these wars ain't good for no one, but we keep pushing on cause it's worse to surrender. And it's mad but a fact, when you're actually bad they can't get you face to face, so you get stabbed in your back. Just some lads in the trap, got smoke for them boys but not fags in a pack. And it's songs like this that make me glad that I rap.
It's not just Fredo, many rappers have paid tribute to Billy. This guy is well known in the streets, and the Drum Boys obviously may give them a bag to make a song paying tribute to their friend. It's a way they see of paying their respects to him and keeping his name alive. And Fredo right now, if he's having trouble with the law targeting his assets, it's an easier way for him just to get a quick bag, hence why it's not on his channel. And it was actually meant to be a song release between Fredo and Central C, but actually Skepta got on that song instead, which is called 10, and it may be because Fredo could not benefit right now because he is being targeted by the police and his assets frozen, and also because apparently on that song Fredo was dissing Digga D. It just adds to the controversy in the case. Fredo right now, he's not in the country. Is he having a separate trial? Do you understand what's happening with that?
Well, he is. I suppose they could have tried him in absentia. Sometimes people have tried when they've been charged and then they've jumped bail. But he was never charged. He sort of went to Dubai before any of the others got charged. And no, he's a fugitive, so he won't be having a trial until he, or if he is found and extradited from somewhere, or makes a mistake and goes to a country where he can be extradited.
So is he wanted by the police right now? Do you know? Is he on the run technically, or is it just a case they haven't had a chance to charge him?
They haven't said publicly, but he must be, because the judge in his sentencing made it clear that Marvin Bailey would have been, he said it would have been on trial. Basically, he's in the indictment. There's loads of evidence against him.
So it comes out there that Fredo is a wanted man. You hear it from Chris Summers himself. If he comes back to the UK, it can get sticky for him. Actually, his company in the UK was liquidated and now he signed a record deal just recently in Australia. But in the midst of all this going on and Fredo being on the run, there's two rappers recently that have dissed him. Marlo P being one of them. He took some shots in a song.
They're trying to leave me in prison, cause the strip I've been killing. I got all these baddies round me getting hella pretty women. Niggas hate me to my guts, cause I'm still fucking winning and it's still free. Cause my niggas wanna kill him. And don't like me cause his baby mama been in. I might hit her up again, cause it's been a little minute. In the tea house getting busy, you can call me if you're flying bricks. I'm the one that's flying.
Another one is Clavish, a UK rapper that had 1 or 2 bars about a recent falling out, and both of them back to back were targeted with follow-up videos of people saying to say sorry to Fredo. In terms of the Clavish situation in Australia, the rapper that was targeted, and the Marlo P one, there was a guy holding the chain and saying to Fredo that he doesn't want it back. That's back to back rappers. Why Fredo is on the run for this situation were targeted that he had problems with.
Niggas out here flexing with their shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what's going on. Pull up and take a shit. Trust me. Shout out my nigga Fred Spread, man, you know what I'm saying? PG. Hey Marlon, come get your shit back in blood. That way.
PG. PG gang. And Marlo, you don't want this back. I don't think you want this back. Fred, he doesn't want this back, does he? He definitely doesn't want this back. Hey Marlo. Nah, looks better on me.
Sorry, Fredo, motherfucker.
Sorry, Fredo. Sorry. So who's Fredo? Who's Fredo? Who's Fredo? I'm not from here, man. I'm not from here.
Give me your fucking phone.
I'm not from here.
Check it out.
Now, for one, it wasn't long before that situation that Marlo P was the one taking the shots in an interview here, dressed being robbed by Fredo or associates of him, and he was mocking Fredo doing an impression, and then this happened. There's no clear footage of this incident. It's kind of just word of mouth, and obviously we see the chain on camera.
Man's just disappeared, bro. Like 10, 15 minutes, he's just not there. But I'm not taking note to that. I'm just thinking, there's bear man about, he's just around somewhere. You get me, an hour and a half has gone by. I'm asking a couple man like, yo, where's my man? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Couple man don't know. I'm going to his dad. His dad's like, yeah, Marlo, you know, hey bro, you know he's going to the hotel, bro. You know how my man talks so gay and that, like, yeah, bro. Yeah, he's going to the hotel. I'm gonna check where he is and that, all of that stuff. And then these times my man was involved. My man was, he's the whole, he conspired the whole situation. It wasn't even my man that ran up for the jewels that really wanted to do the thing. It's my man that's hating for whatever reason. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know what it is. Literally. And then that situation.
That's how that happened.
It's not really a robbery, it's a finesse.
There's nothing to say that Fredo organised either of these situations, but it's just bizarre. Two rappers that he had problems with have been targeted. The guy Digga D, you're on the run for trying to do something to him as well. Fredo definitely made it that no one should be messing with him and making a huge statement. But someone tried to get him back because a page has been set up with all different things on it. Amani, or the Takes Risk platform, spoke out against his page saying, I personally feel like bare people are haters. People have zero beef with these people, are laughing and enjoying negativity way too much. I think following the anti-Fredo page is nuts. Imagine wanting to keep up to date with a man's downfall. Having a little pre to see what going cool, but following the page for downfall update shows people thrive on negative stuff. Secondly, people being happy all of a sudden that something's happened to Marlo P is also nuts. Why are you so invested? What did he do to you? There's bare comments. I see people laughing about him taking an L. Could you afford to take that L? Probably not. All this Clavish and Kirky situation, why are people so quick to spread the bad news? Have you spread the news song in the same way? The UK love bad minding, and the worst part is I don't think people do it on purpose. I think everyone just loves a little mix up and entertainment, but if it was to happen to you, you'd probably be depressed and suicidal. Remember that when you're laughing at people. Like he said, it's cool to have a little pre, so let's do that. I'm not going to go through everything. I'm going to speed this up because it's a lot to get through. They were trying to expose him for having fake bags and basically cheating on his girlfriend was the main thing. He's with a girl called Georgia, and on his page he was basically saying that he was flying lots of other women out, and it had proof of numerous people in different properties of Fredo's. The fake bag thing was the main thing, and the other one was flying girls out. Now, Obviously, Fredo's upset a lot of people. We have no idea who's behind this page. They're trying to expose him for cheating, so we'd assume a girl, but he's annoyed a lot of people, like I said. The other stuff on this page was accusations of speaking to younger girls, which cannot be backed up by proper proof, so we cannot justify that. Apparently, he's ripped off a few people for money as well, where he's on the run right now. He's in a difficult situation. They also showed voice notes that his accounts are in fact frozen. That would explain why this year he's done songs on other channels and stuff to get some money in, because his accounts are locked off. They spoke about Maya Mills on that as well. We all saw the videos of him hanging around with Maya Mills in Dubai, but apparently they was going to become serious, and they're saying that is your ops ex, how would you get with her? The page just goes on and on. The main thing they're trying to do is expose cheating and lies on this page of Fredo. Is someone that clearly hates him.
I like one of the reasons why he thinks I'm a snake, because when we fell out, basically like I was messaging him like, you're so disgusting, like you flew out Maya like a few days after your friend died when you're meant to be like mourning him. If I was Woo, I'd be looking down on you embarrassed. And he started like bad mouthing him like, do you know that I paid for Woo's little brother's music videos, like I paid for the chain he wears, I paid for all his flights out, he never pays me back. So I screenshot it and sent it to all his friends like, this is how Fred talks on your friend that just died. So obviously they were all like really pissed off, and then that's why he's like, you're such a snake causing arguments with my friends.
As this page is blowing up, you even see the likes of Drake viewing it to see what the gossip is all about. TMC Music Connoisseur said that exposing page is mad. 15k followers in days, and even Drake watching 50 stories a day dedicating to tearing them down. The dedication to his downfall was crazy. I followed the page to pre it, but wow. And Fredo does what he does best and drops music. Now, his song is called No Comment, and he's been teasing it for a while, and it comes out and it's doing serious numbers. Because of all this controversy, it's almost hit 400,000 views in one day. Would it have hit the same numbers if there wasn't a lot going on around his name right now? And we know Fredo definitely wanted to promote this a lot. He's got his new Australian deal that he's working on, and he's even done his first TikTok where he was promoting this song as well. He doesn't even upload stuff like that. He's normally just a type to drop. Now, people starting to think this is a clever marketing play. Tricky said, we always scream they should keep it real. You always want to hear rappers say they're shooting a movie. They have a million meetings about marketing and no one's ever done it better than the man deep in the forest in India, Fredo. This could be the play of the century, you know, real time. Obviously, Fredo's been teasing this song over the last couple of weeks, and a lot of the situations now we know. Like, he addresses the whole situation saying, they say my accounts froze, but I just spent $500,000 with Huge. Now, he might do through certain ways of maneuvering around with money, but his accounts we know are frozen from that voice note. Basically, he's saying right now all his friends have been arrested. He was listing his case as potential that if he returns to the UK, he could be going to jail. But when them rumours have been surfacing, he put up stories basically saying it is cap. Even in his recent song, he said he's not addressing it, but then this confirms now that it is true, the frozen rumors.
My account they sent the money to is the one they froze. Bro, I cannot log into my online banking, bro. I can't send no one no money, bro. They froze my account. It's under review. I can't do anything with it.
And we knew that anyway, that Fredo was going to say it's cap just to keep his image clean as this was ongoing. Now, another situation he addresses is them trying to expose his girlfriend. He says, obviously that page is making claims that he has been cheating. I'm really living like that. I ain't just talking on the beat. These times you boys are faker than them pages that tell Georgia that I cheat. Now, I'm not sure if pages like the one we've seen were made in the past trying to come at him and his girlfriend. He actually gets a little bit vulnerable later in the track, saying, he said, I should be out in public, but I'm hiding and it's embarrassing, because he is literally on the run right now. A lyric in the Fredo song was actually, last year 40,000 just to go to a party in section, could have bought the best watch out of, which is Marlo P's collection. He dissed him in this song as well. Them numbers are actually correct. It's crazy Fredo would get that much money for one night's work. They said, I've been in the business 25 years, got Fredo a 43k booking he was supposed to show up for last year, gave him an 18k deposit, remaining to be paid on arrival. He didn't show up and just ignore me. It was me he sent the voice note to saying his account was frozen. So Fredo obviously has had issues where this money he's been sent for these large amounts is frozen in the UK account, which he cannot even touch. And that's leading to people saying that they've been scammed as well, but maybe Fredo does not have access to this money or any funds right now and is in a techie situation. So Fredo's girlfriend, now ex-girlfriend, actually responded in TikTok comments to someone saying, taking a rapper serious was your first mistake. And she says, no mistake, two people were in a relationship but no longer are. And I mind my business, the world keeps spinning. Thanks for listening. So she's addressed that these two have already broken up anyway. Now, the Shea Borough also posted something between Fredo and Dave that's been posted on this expose page. And it's a conversation they had where apparently Fredo was talking down on Dave. Apparently, it said he had a similar situation with Dave where his manager said that something on his behalf where he could have just asked me, but he acts like it's never him. If Dave wants something, he can come and ask me, unless you know it's weird. Now, this person that is talking to Fredo says, yeah, but it's weird because the guy he was showing me the messages from didn't even know who he was. Fredo says, these little industry ends, the last straw with these pussy boys. Yeah, Dave would never holler directly. They are asked why, and he says, I don't know. He's just like that. Dave and me are two different guys. I'm up front and he's more calculated, shy and nervous. And Fredo goes on to say, it's mad. He literally cried on the phone for me for 2 hours saying, bro, it's not that and I'm actually your real friend, blah, 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 the last situation. It's basically the whole album drop. He called me and said like, bro, what day you drop him? I gave him a day. He's like, sick, we're gonna sit down and I'll drop the same day. Then his managers was calling like, I don't think Fred and Dave should drop on the same day. I'm like, what the F? Dave told me the complete opposite. At the same time, he hasn't given the watch. I won the other day and he called me. This has been addressed in song. I think they had a bet where Fredo won something off Dave, but he said he hasn't got it off him.
David. Dave. Oh man.
It's just a Saturday evening, bro.
Alright. I'm sorry.
He then talks about something to do with being calculated and making calculated moves. So basically, I called him after the album thing like, bro, F the watch, I don't even want it. Your plan is to try and look like some boss and you're not even excited to get it for me just to post and look good that we're betting watches. F all that, especially if you can't tell me you don't want to drop on the same day. Then he's just like, oh bro, his manager's saying that, not me. Cut a long story short. If you remember on the song Dave Flow, he says, like how Dave lost 63,000 on a bet with me, now I bet he won't ever bet with Fred again. And someone said, you made him cry though, I can imagine the way you say this. And Bay other shit about the watch. He said, I let him exec produce my album, which got him looked at different and lit. No artist at my level would let Dave do that. He's basically competition, but F it, I don't care. All these little ends want to be like me and can't, little shy use. I'm about to just tell him to get my watch and F this little. Someone said, I think if you put yourself in his shoes, you would want someone to do a post too. He said, it's not about that. Don't call me and say that, like when Stormzy gave him the watch. It goes without saying. It's like he's planning it. The other person says, this is maybe because you told me that he takes his work too seriously, like he wanted the other day and didn't want to have the awkward convo. Fredo says, anyway, whatever, I get it, I ain't posting. And they say it's probably also partly his manager's influence. He said, bro, then say that. Me and Dave been on holidays, 3-4 hour deep convos. Are you a bitch or what? Don't tell me the exact opposite. It's not like he's just some any rapper I made a song with. They say managers kind of have a say in what you do. Then he says, I chat to them regular, and then he sends these voice notes.
Yeah, that's basically what he put on. He was basically like, bro, you know how our managers are. They got their own ideas, their own plans, their own thoughts. So he basically saying that's what his managers thought he would think. But he was like, I never actually told my managers that I don't want to drop on the same day as you or any of his close friends. He started calling people, like calling them, like, did I tell you that they're doing the most? So I just let that go. But all these things added up, it's long.
This is obviously more of a falling out between Fredo and Dave's management and some miscommunication. This is a private chat that shouldn't come to fruition, but now has been posted everywhere. This page is really trying to cause problems for Fredo, while all the controversy is working in terms of his music doing well. It's the ongoing legal issues which will be the biggest concern for him right now, where his friends have got 17 years and he could potentially, if he gets captured and extradited to the UK, or decides to return. The Fredo and Dave thing is a big part of the drama now. It's gone viral, it's been picked up by the blogs, but in general, friends always talk smack about each other in private chats, and everyone talks about everyone at some point. There's a lot of stuff that Fredo and Dave will probably say to each other's faces, even though he says Dave's nervous, so I don't think it's that deep that it will completely ruin their relationship. I think one of the wildest situations we've actually seen is the conditions of that jail. Basically, it sent something to someone that was exposed on that page, but it showed the conditions of when he was in jail in Dubai. We don't know where this guy's gonna end up in prison. People were saying Thailand, Dubai, the UK, but this was the conditions of that jail that he was in.
I'm home next week.
If we spoke about this situation with Fredo around a year ago before it all come out, we thought he was in a position that he could never mess up. He had the Kick Game investment, which was making some serious money. As you can see on the screen, he had obviously an incentive with that company. He was making good money from his music and didn't even have to drop consistently to do the big numbers. And now it seems he's in a situation where he could, at the end of all this situation, which has been like a movie, be facing some serious prison time like his friends, which would be a waste of life. If he gets something like 17 years, that is going to be a long time wasted for someone with so much potential.